Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another sketch and review. This time I'm doing it for the First Descendant. And I wanted to do this review sooner, but I was busy with other projects since the game just got updated with jiggle physics, dynamic motion. I figured now was a perfect time to review it. And for this drawing, I'm doing the original poster girl for the game, Bunny, in her ultimate costume variation. And that's kind of what put this game on the map. Well, minus the helmet, because I prefer to see her face. The first week it came out, all you saw was a sea of butts in white one-piece bikinis running around, and I just knew that, yeah, I need to jump on this train. I'm doing this in sort of a more colorful pin-up cheesecake style as I'm getting more accustomed to playing with color. Instead of coloring over grayscale like I normally do, I decided to try something different and use shading layers on an overlay layer over my color flats to give a more pulpy kind of pin-up look. I had no idea how it was going to turn out, so this was literally kind of a trust the process situation. Now, this is going to be a very special sketch and review, as I'm actually joined by one of the top players in the world. My wife. My wife, as she's sitting there making fart sounds. She has over 9,000 hours in this game. And a PhD in TFD lore.
1,000.
It's more like 1,000. She truly is the First Descendant. So, without further ado, let's take it away. So what exactly is the First Descendant, babe? Explain.
You get to play dress up and kill things. Oh, you want more? Oh, okay. So you get to play dress up and kill things. And you also get to be nerdy and figure out mathematic builds to optimize your build. You can upgrade your descendants. You can play dress up. You can upgrade your guns. That's the game.
It's a free-to-play online MMO. And since it is a free-to-play game, it's kind of hard to review since at any moment things can change. The game as it is now might not be what it is in, say, a year or two. So, tell me, what is it that keeps bringing you back?
I like the repetitiveness. I like to play dress up. I can dress my characters in cute clothes, and I can run around and kill things. What more is there to like?
That's literally it?
Yeah, that's literally it. It's kind of a comfort thing to just be able to go and play something familiar and just repeat the process to get better gear. And I like the repetitiveness and the grindiness because of the fact that it is very relaxing. And on days when I am burnt out and exhausted and dealing with chronic fatigue and I can't think very much, it's nice to have something to do that is not just sitting and looking at my phone reading social media. I also really appreciate the fact that the developers are really open about their communication, and they've made a lot of really great changes that have just improved the game and made it more fun. Yeah, you have to grind to max out your characters, but it's not like Warframe where I can't figure things out without massive guides. Yeah, that's it.
Good old Warframe. What do they call this? Horrorframe?
Warframe.
Yeah. Horrorframe. You know what, whatever. First Descendant's fun. And speaking of which, let's talk about the backlash caused by nerfing certain characters after Nexon promised there'd be no nerfs. What do you think about nerfing characters?
They only nerfed Inez, and it wasn't even a nerf. She still clears the map with no problem and is still the most overpowered character. Why is this even something people are pissed off about?
Wasn't Freyna also nerfed? Or
No.
VS? No, they weren't nerfed?
No, just Inez.
Just Inez?
Just Inez.
Yeah, but she was my go-to after Bunny, and they completely got rid of her powers.
No, you just have to spend the time to build her powers now.
I have to spend the time to build her powers now?
Yeah.
So, here's something you can go off about. Tell us a little bit about the story and the lore, and by us, I mean me, because some of it is just confusing as all hell.
So, the story and the lore is like the Koreans decided to put everything through ChatGPT translator and call it a day. I like the story. The story is very engaging, but the dialogue can just go on and on and on and on and on and on. The story is it's in the future. Humans have morphed into superhumans, and then you have the Vulgus, who are these mutant monster things that are trying to destroy the humans and steal the Iron Heart, and you want to go get the Iron Heart, and then you have to destroy the Iron Heart, and then you got to go find the Iron Heart, all while listening to your guide. And you get to fight big giant monsters.
Thank you for that compelling, deep, introspective look at the story for First Descendant. And I love how I still have no idea what the hell the game is about.
The game is about killing things, and it's about persevering through the struggles and all of the challenges that they face to keep pushing on and the human heart.
I thought it was about the Iron Heart.
Yeah, that's technology that they're trying to get and then they destroy.
See, now we're getting somewhere with the plot. What's the plot of the game? What's the actual plot? Please, I need the plot.
The plot is you go and you kill the things because they're trying to take over human and kill humans, and humans are trying to survive in the harshest of environments, and that is the plot.
Let's talk about the gameplay loop. So what do you actually do in this game? And I mean, like, from going map to map, leveling up characters, including boss fights. Like, how's the gameplay loop for you?
I think it's pretty good. It does get tiring at times, but I mean, when you play for something over and over and over again, it's going to. But it's satisfying to actually, like, it's a good gameplay loop. It's got the dopamine fix. I will say that I will purposefully make my characters not quite as strong, because when Ina's was fully powered and she nuked the map before they even spawned, it made it boring. But when you've got characters that actually are powerful but then also kill them, so for example, Viessa, Valby, Bunny is another good example, depending on how you're playing her. It's actually really satisfying because you feel superhuman. Like, Ina's, God mode, but she kills things before they even spawn, so you don't even get the dopamine hit of, like, killing the things.
I love how you answered everything except the actual gameplay loop. So, once you pick a character to start off with, there's 3 people to pick from. It's either Viessa, Lepic, or Ajax, I think, to start the game with. You go in, and there's missions that you run, and there's different types of missions. There's escort missions, there's kill the monster missions, there's run timer missions, and as soon as you finish those, you go and fight a Colossus, which is a boss, and that's what you use to kind of like get to the next level up before you get to the next area. Without killing a Colossus, you're kind of locked out of going to the next area. But I'm glad you talked about your dopamine fix. And that you're fixated by just killing things. So, where was I?
Can I just say that you are the reviewer? I am not. I just like playing games.
Who would you recommend this to? Like, do you think the average gamer would enjoy this, or is this more of a kind of hardcore gamer type thing?
I think anybody could get enjoyment from it. Some of the characters are harder to get than others, but the way that they've made everything is, it doesn't take a whole lot of investment. I can fully level up a character in a few hours and get them maxed out to the specific build I want. So I think anybody can enjoy it. Just don't expect to be able to do all the in-game stuff if you're not obsessive like I am about repeatedly playing the game. It just know that you're not going to get all aspects of the game if you don't want the grind. If you don't want the grind but want to enjoy the game, it's there. If you want the grind and you want to max out your characters, it's there. It's just a fun game.
Do you think Nexon has been pretty good about the updates, or do you think that they should update the game more often, or is it too much? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I'm glad that they have breaks between updates because it means they actually have a life instead of the game. I don't know any other live service game. This is the only live service game I've really played. I did play Warframe for a little bit, but...
A little bit? You were left for a while with me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a good couple hundred hours in Warframe, but...
A little bit. A couple hundred hours is a little bit.
The gameplay loop got repetitive for me, and it hasn't gotten, I don't know, it's the pretty dresses in First Descendant. I can't, not gonna lie. But I don't really know, other live service games. I think that, as the first live service game, it's been pretty good watching how they've done all of these quality of life updates and just valuing the player's time and making it easier to get the things that they're going for. And right now, because I've hoarded so many resources, when I go and I get a new ultimate character, it takes me a couple hours and that's it. Versus 15 hours when I first got Ultimate Bunny. So the fact that they've put in all of these quality of life updates and they value the player's time, I really appreciate that.
Okay, I get that. You mentioned pretty dresses, and I think now is a good time to address the elephant in the room. And this actually kind of ties into my own artwork and kind of some of the stuff I deal with at times when I post artwork online or just stuff in general. Let's talk about the girls. A huge part of this game is the controversy and the male gaze. And, God, I hate that term, male gaze. As if somehow, a male gaze is bad or the female gaze is bad. It's a scantily clad women running around in bikinis shooting guns, yet no one mentions the jacked men that also have swimwear options. Do you think the outrage by media outlets like GameRant, IGN, and Polygon is justified, or is it kind of a stupid non-issue?
I mean, you can be fully dressed if you're playing a female character, or you can be in a fucking bikini that has a thong. You get to decide how you want to dress. I think that all of those gamer websites or whatever, they're there to make money and they're there to garner attention, so they're gonna make outrage whatever they can find because that's how you get clicks. It's not any controversy. I think it's just people trying to get people to their site to make ad revenue and make a living or make money because they're being dumb and not letting people enjoy the things they want to enjoy. Just enjoy the things you want to enjoy.
So, seeing Bunny in a thong running around with jiggle physics doesn't offend you?
I mean, I read romance novels, and some of the stuff in those romance novels is pretty fucking shady. I don't think that, there's any room to talk. There's a lot of dark romance out there that is really, 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 really popular. Just have the trick, they just have the warnings for people so that they don't go into it thinking oh, it's a romance, which is a feel good. And no, this is some fucked up shit where they're beating each other half to death and dubious consent situations. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. It's just a game.
You heard it here, folks. Women read stuff worse than what men watch in video games. So, if you...
And if you want to know more about that, look into dinosaur romance and monster romance. You're welcome.
Jesus Christ, I don't think we're dinosaur romance. We're not, I don't want to know. I'm at a loss for words. Dinosaur romance?
Yeah.
Like Jurassic Pork?
Yeah.
Oh my God. They really have does a dude turn into a dinosaur? Or does a chick go back in time and fall in love with the dinosaur?
No, I've never read that.
You've never read...
But it is an ongoing joke in the romance.
It's an ongoing joke.
It is an ongoing joke.
Dinosaur romance. Oh my god. Velociraptor apart. Jeez. So I need a second. Oh my god. Dinosaur romance.
I've told you about the dinosaur.
I know you told me, but I didn't. It's how many? Is it like a major genre where?
No, it's kind of like a joke genre, but there is a major subgenre of monster romance.
I know about. Everybody knows about monster romance, like shifter romance. Like dude turns into a werewolf while he's like doing the deed with her.
Yeah, stuff like. And then there's like claws and stuff being used to like penetrate and.
Okay, we're talking about penetrate now. You mentioned it. Let's get back to First Descendant. Talking about claws and penetrate. My God, babe. What the hell are you reading?
I'm not reading it. I just know that it's out there.
You're not... okay, I'm going to see your Kindle collection. So if you had to score this game as it is today, what would you give it? Also, what areas would you like to see improved and or added or taken away?
Are we scoring it out of 10, or are we scoring it out of perky breasts or jiggly butts? How are we scoring it?
Let's go perky breasts, since you brought that up.
I mean, there's a lot of perky breasts. And they jiggle too and bounce.
So what would you score the game then? If it, as it is right now, like 9 boobs out of 10. And actually, it had to be an even number because they come in pairs.
Yeah.
How many?
I mean, how about 8 boobs out of 10, because there's always room for improvement, but it's actually gotten to a pretty good spot. And I just want to be able to play drums on the boobs instead of the conga.
Me too.
As far as like adding things, I'm looking forward to the bigger map that they're introducing with the Colossus raids, because one of my favorite things to do in that game is to do the harder Colossus battles. So there's a huge thing where people try and get these extra hard Colossus and to be able to beat them in a second or 2 seconds or as fast as they can. And that's great, but that's not fun. What's fun is sitting there yelling, "Die, bitch," while throwing fireballs at a giant ice lady and trying not to die yourself. That's fun.
Well, you heard it here, folks. The First Descendant is 8 boobs out of 10. This officially makes us gooner incels, right? Is that it?
No, I just have a sense of humor.
Oh, boy. Anyway, are there any last thoughts or anything else you want to talk about that I may have missed? And don't bring up dinosaur porn.
It's a fun game. People keep talking about, like, it's not balanced. Well, I mean, your build is probably shit, which is probably why it's not balanced. So stop complaining and fix your shit. And appreciate what the devs have done. Because you can get every single thing in that game for free. And it's not a protracted 15 to 20 hour grind that Warframe was for some things. Do not get me started on the Necromet grind that I had to do.
I won't. I remember that. Yeah, I won't.
So it's a fun game. You can get all the hard stuff with just a little bit of effort. And if you're too lazy to do that effort, then you shouldn't be playing fucking video games, because video games are for being lazy and relaxing. And if you're not enjoying it, then why are you complaining to people on the internet? And I enjoy the game. I love the game. It's fun. I think that the balancing that they've been doing, it has been kind of like all over the place. It does feel like sometimes, but at the same time, you've got to realize that they built this game, and then the player base that came in and played it, they just completely took their expectations and shattered them into 1,000 teeny tiny shards of glass that could then get shoved into tiny crevices. And they've been working really hard to make changes and make it better, and it's getting there. It feels so much better than it did a year ago. And a year ago is when I got hooked on it, and I just keep going back because they keep adding new stuff that's fun to play.
Fair enough. Well, you heard it here, folks. I think I have about maybe like 120 hours in the game. You do have like 1,012 hours last time we checked. I got on. You're on Xbox. I'm on PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you heard it here. There's nothing wrong with jiggly boobs. The game's 8 boobs out of 10. And according to my wife, get good.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining me, babe. For everyone else, if you like what I do, please hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.